There is a new AI model in the market called GLM 5.2, which is being claimed to be extremely good at coding tasks and 2x cheaper than Claude. In terms of capabilities, it is being compared to models like GPT 5.5 and Claude Opus 4.8. And when I heard about this, my brain immediately went to, what if I switched Claude with GLM 5.2 inside Claude Code? And in today's video, we are doing exactly that. So if you want to find out if GLM 5.2 is actually good or is it all hype, then watch this video till the very end because I will be comparing Opus 4.8 alongside GLM 5.2 on the same coding task. So hello everyone, my name is Yashica Jain. I'm the founder of Automates AI, helping businesses automate their manual processes using AI. And on this channel, I cover everything agentic AI related, vibe coding related, AI voice related. So if you are interested, don't forget to subscribe. So GLM 5.2 can get you nearly double the usage as compared to Claude. So for the same monthly price, actually even less than that, you can get far more done per session. This is the blog article by Z.ai that released this model. So in the headline, it says that it is built for long horizon tasks. It has a solid 1 million token context, which makes it extremely good at coding related tasks and long work. It has stronger coding capabilities with multiple thinking levels. The thing to note here is that this model is actually open source, which means you can skip paying the monthly subscription, you can host it on your machine and you can keep on using it without paying a single dollar. But the thing is, since this is such an advanced model, you need a good infrastructure to be able to host it. The system requirements are quite high as compared to what most people are using, and buying a VPS alone also doesn't help. It needs a GPU to be hosted. And hence, for most people, going with their monthly subscription makes sense, unless you have a good system. And what we are going to do today is that we are going to keep the Claude Code framework, but we are going to change the brain. So we will be using the same agent tool, but we will switch the LLM model. So if I talk about the cost gap, so basically for the same price, actually even less than that, you're going to be able to send it 2x the prompts. So basically far more usage per dollar. So if I compare their 5 hours session window, Claude might let you do 45 prompts, but GLM can let you do 80, which is their starting plan. So as of today's date, it is coming at a discounted rate of $16.2 a month, whereas its actual cost is $18 a month. And here's how much the API costs. If I talk about the top tier, then GLM can get you 1600 versus 900 on Claude. So it's about getting more usage and getting much more done at that cost. But the real question is, does it actually beat Claude? Or even if it doesn't beat Claude, does it even match its level? So to find that out, let's set it up inside Claude Code. Let's give both these models, Opus 4.8 and GLM 5.2, the same prompt. And let's see the quality of the response. So to use this model inside Claude Code, all you have to do is you have to edit the settings.json file, and we need to add these configurations. So we need to start by getting a coding plan. So I'm on Z.ai's website and here's the pricing. So it's for monthly, quarterly, yearly. So if I go with monthly and if I go with the starter plan, it's at 16.2. Now Z.ai also has their own chat assistant, just like Claude has. But here's the thing, the coding plan that you get for $16.2 a month is not what powers this. That is separate, this is separate. But the good news is that this is free. So regardless of if you have a subscription or not, you can use this. And it can help you with all of these tasks and can act as your personal assistant. Now, if you want to get an extra 10% off on any plan, you can use my referral link that will get you 10% off on whichever plan you choose to buy. Alright, so I have bought the plan. Let's head over to API keys. So let me create one. Let me call it Claude Code. Alright, so now let me copy this. You will find it in the resources, which is again in the description. Alright, so I'm within Claude Code. I'm using it inside an IDE, which is VS Code, as an extension. So to add it, you simply have to first create a new folder called .claude and then create a new file inside it called settings.json. If you're using it as a terminal, what you can also do is you can directly search for the settings.json file inside of your file system. You will find it. And in that settings.json file, you simply have to paste this that you can copy. And we have to replace this with our API key. So in between the quotations, paste your API key. So it should look something like this. And then save it. After that, we need to restart Claude. So I'm going to open a new chat. Then just simply do /model. And if you are able to see GLM 5.2, then that means that the connection was successful. So we can see Haiku listed here. That is because we did not set up a default model for Haiku. So I'll just copy this line here and I will change this to Haiku. So all the tiers now have the default model as GLM 5.2. So let's save that. Let me open up a new chat here and let's do /switch model. And now we can see just 5.2. Alternatively, if you want to use other models, for example, for Haiku, you want to use GLM Air, then you can change that. So for example, for Haiku, instead of 5.2, you could use 4.5 Air in lowercase, which is another model by the same company, but it is not as advanced. So it maps to Haiku's level. And for example, you can change Sonnet to 4.7. So in comparison to Opus, we have GLM 5.2. In comparison to Sonnet, we have 4.7. In comparison to Haiku, we have 4.5 Air. Now we can save this. Let's again do a new chat and go to model. So now you have all three listed. So for simpler tasks, you can switch to these two, and for coding related ones, you can stick to 5.2. So this can help you manage your usage. Alright, so we're gonna stick to 5.2. Now let's do /effort. Now here what you must note is that when it comes to GLM, low, medium and high, all three are going to mean high, and extra high, max and ultra code, all of them are going to mean max. So let me set it to high. Alright, so now let me send it a message. Okay, so we got a response. Let me ask it, who are you? Okay, so it's still saying I'm Claude Code. So let me say which LLM is powering you. Alright, so that confirms it. So it is running on the Claude Code harness, but the LLM is GLM 5.2. And now it's time to test it against Opus 4.8. Let's give it the same coding task and let's see which one wins. So the prompt that you are seeing on screen is the one that we are going to use to test both of these models. So it's going to be a one-off send, and then we will be judging both of their outputs. So we're going to assume that there's this company called Summit Signs, which is a custom signage manufacturer. So we're going to ask it to build a project which would essentially be an e-commerce website for this company. But instead, what differs is that this website is going to have a designer. So people can design their own custom signs and they can order it. And they can also see a preview of how that sign would look like. And obviously a price for that as well. For example, they can edit the text, they can edit the width and the height, they can select the material. There's going to be a pricing engine. This is how the website would basically be. So it's going to have testimonials, call to actions, the products that then link to the designer, the custom designer. And because this is an MVP, we're just asking it to use some realistic dummy data. Then we're asking it to verify everything and then report once done. So this prompt will basically help us judge how good it is at building an e-commerce website from scratch and how good it is at building custom features like these. So let me copy this. Now because my actual Claude Code setup has been taken by GLM, I'm going to use Claude Code Web for sending the prompt to Opus. So here's the model Opus, the effort level being max. And then here's GLM. Let's also change the effort level to max. All right. Both of these are empty. So let me put this one on auto mode so that it keeps on running. And this one also on the auto mode. So here goes our prompt to GLM 5.2. And here it goes to Opus 4.8. Both on the max effort level. And let's also see which one takes more time. So when I started out, my usage for the current session on Claude was 52% and it kind of resets in 9 minutes. So let's see. And for GLM 5.2, it's completely fresh, except the hi message we sent. So it's been almost 15 minutes since I started. Both of them are still working. As you can see, with complete dedication, here are some files that GLM has created. So let's see which one finishes first. So it's been working since 26 minutes now. And it's still working on things like the 404 page. And while this one is working on product detail. So yeah, both the models are logged in. So it's still working. It's been 37 minutes. It's a long session. It has been more than half an hour and it's working continuously on the auto mode. Alright, so seems like Opus is done and it claimed that it has written 76 code files. And on the other hand, GLM is still working. It's also kind of done. It is just, checking things. So GLM has also completed and here's the link. So I was able to clone this inside here and I was able to run it. And this is what Opus 4.8 built. So this is the hero page. Okay. Then some guarantees here. Then why us? Shop by industry. Okay. Then some featured signs and testimonials and call to action. So let's say I want to go with safety. So these are the signs. Okay. And if I want to customize this one, it takes me here. Oh, okay. So I can increase the height, the width, okay, the material. Okay, that changes the price, okay. And there we go. Background, all right, border, okay. And here we can change the text, all right, got it. Quantity and reset, okay. Let's see what else. So similarly, they have more designs. So this is the wet floor sign. And what if I want to customize the graphic? Okay, so they have given quite a few options. Okay, good. So I can move things here. I can delete things and also upload my own. And here are the layers, so I can easily delete. Now, I'm a big fan of the designer for sure. Like, it's quite smooth and it's actually better than what I imagined. But I'm not a big fan of the website design, the overall feel of the e-commerce shop. The other thing I would like to complain is that this is not feeling real. Like, if a business owner is purchasing a sign, it's not actually showing them how it would look, etc. So maybe adding like a mock-up functionality could help. This is not looking very natural to me. Like, you can't imagine how it's going to turn out after, it's printed and it's shipped. Alright, so the sign designer, I would say, is 10 on 10. The website, 4 on 10. And the product details, also 4 on 10. So let's look at the other pages. So there's About Us page, which is not opening. Contact Sales. So none of these pages work. Okay. Alright, here's the sorting. I mean, overall, it has put great effort. And it even thought through, like, without us hand-holding every single feature, it came up with a lot of them that really help. Alright, cool. For example, this section you might also like. So it automatically came up with this cross-selling feature, upselling feature. Okay, so now I think we should see what GLM 5.2 has built. And then let's compare both of them. But as compared to a one-off prompt and working for 40 minutes, I'm not that disappointed also. Obviously, if you iterate on top of this, if you fix things, for example, all of these, then it will turn out to be great. So it's not that Opus is bad at it, it just needs much more effort to take it to a place where we can call it, production level. So my final remark would be, good job Opus, but this still needs work. Okay, now this is what GLM 5.2 has built. So immediately I was impressed by the hero page and this right here. So custom signs built to spec, priced in seconds. I like that. And this also, so when you basically select things, it highlights it. Nice. So design your sign or browse the catalog. Alright, and if I go here, okay, I like the animation part. And okay, I like this as well. I didn't expect it to be so much better than Claude. Like, I thought it might be a little good, but this is some next level work. Alright, so road, office, business, got it, let's see. Best selling signs. Okay. From idea to install in 3 steps, what our customers say. Alright, cool. So this part is a little off. It can be fixed in one prompt. Alright, so let's go with one of these. Okay. I mean, the product images are still better as compared to Opus, right? So this is parking, no parking. Okay. Alright. Customize. So now let's judge the designer. So let's do rectangle. Width, okay, height, okay, then material, okay, the price changed, the color, okay, so this one has this, which is nice, the border width, okay, the text, so you can add text, which is nice, then graphics, Opus had more graphics, I think, Logo, you can upload your logo. Good. Options. So mounting hardware. Nice. So let's reset. So here's a complete breakdown with like all the details and how we price. That is also written. So save design. All right. Impressive, right? Going back here, let me go to a particular product. Let's go here. All right. So there's upsell here as well. Let's see if it has built any of these pages. So no, it hasn't. Okay, that's fine. Beautiful. Okay, so we have 2 buttons here for the same thing. Okay, so website 8 out of 10. The designer 8.5 out of 10. It needs a little bit of work, but it's not that far away as compared to Claude. And even the design is not AI slop, like based on the first output we got. Now, I'm not being biased towards GLM 5.2. You can see the results for yourself. And now let's talk about a question that all of you might have, which is, Yashica, tell me about the usage. So talking about the usage, so Claude had usage left on my last session, which was about to reset in 10 minutes after it started working. So somewhere in the middle that might have reset it. So it might have used a little bit there and then it has used 73% here. So let's round it off to 90%. I think that is fair. And if I talk about Z.ai, then this one took 58%. So there's 60 here and about 90 here. So I used the Pro plan of Claude so that I could compare it with the Lite plan here. So I used the same level of monthly subscriptions, the same tier. So for the test I did in today's video, GLM 5.2 clearly outperformed Opus 4.8. It would have been very interesting to test it against Claude Fable 5, but that is banned for now, so this is all I could test it against. So this tells us that Claude's models are not the only ones that can help you with vibe coding. Instead, there are other models being developed as well that can help you. And surprisingly, those can be sometimes cheaper. So let me know your thoughts about GLM 5.2 in the comments. I did a vibe coding related test. Maybe I'll also try testing it for agentic use cases like multi-team orchestrations, etc. If you tried it, let me know in the comments how that went. But one thing that I saw on both of those websites was that neither of them were able to generate product catalogs that looked real or that could give the business owner an idea of how that would turn out to be. Which is where I think you could use an API like GPT Image or Nano Banana to help you come up with that. So those are extended functionalities one would work upon if they were to complete this project end to end. What we did was more of an MVP. Talking about the backend files, I felt that GLM's project directory was much more organized as compared to what we had from Claude. But both of them almost took the same amount of time to work. Another thing I noticed was that GLM did a little bit more testing as compared to Opus. It even took screenshots, etc. It, verified the pricing, etc. before it gave us the final output. So that's my take on GLM 5.2. I'd like to take a quick minute to talk about Automate's AI. So if you're a business owner who is ready to adopt AI and if you want to start using AI for your everyday operations, check out the link to our website in the description. We can help you set up external as well as internal AI agents, AI workflows, AI voice agents, and much more. Book a call with our team today and let's see how AI can help your business. If anyone wants to get on a consulting call with me, you can check out the link to my consulting calendar in the description. If you want to connect with me personally, you can send me a connection request on LinkedIn and follow me on X. If this video was valuable, if you were able to learn something, if you were able to see how well GLM performs before you spend your money on it, then don't forget to like this video and do subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.